What is up, Inspirers? Today I've got a special treat for you to help you learn how to grow your business using video in a very unique way. This is Mr. Derek Toshner, the man, the myth, the legend, multi-business owner, crazy feats of strength. He can take a human being, have them latch onto his wrist, and he'll have them like this, and he'll go all the way to the ground and then stand back up. Let's jump into it though, Derek. Tell us what your businesses are for starters. Get everyone some context of what it is that you do.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, I'm a fitness professional, and so I look at myself as a fitness entrepreneur. And so what are the areas of fitness? I mean, obviously we have exercise, right? We have nutrition and supplementation, right? So we have body metrics. So I have businesses all throughout the fitness industry. One, probably what was the biggest initially to start was a series of gyms in Wisconsin that expanded out to an online training business called kettlebellsfromhome.com. And then that expanded to nutrition and supplementation. So I run actually a direct sales company. And then we started a biometrics company as well that where we measure people inside a bod pod, get their body composition, figure out what their metabolism is, and then recommend their macronutrients based off of their metabolism and their personal biometrics. So those are all the businesses I have. We also have an obstacle course as part of one of our fitness businesses. So there's quite a lot going on.
Very, very cool. And yeah, I think it's cool how you've got your hand into so many different things, but they all kind of seem to complement each other. But before we get into the video, maybe could you touch on that side of things about how that's worked out for you and how all that happen, how that came to fruition?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been passionate about fitness my whole life. When I started working out as a kid and all the sports I was involved in, went to school for exercise science, so knew I wanted to do something in the fitness industry. And then I just kind of looked at things that what do my customers need? I wanted to diversify, partly because as an entrepreneur, I'm afraid to fail. Really, you fail in everything, but you keep getting up and trying to succeed again. But at the end of the day, I had to support myself. I had to support my family. I had no one paying my 401k. There's no retirement plan for me. So I gotta fund that. I gotta fund my own insurance and pay taxes and expand, buy buildings, this kind of stuff. And so I just looked at it and said, okay, if people are coming into my gym, what do they need? Well, they need nutrition education. So maybe a bod pod makes sense, to help them figure out what their biometrics are and help them eat macros. Boy, they need supplementation to help that. Why would I send one of my clients to, a store in the mall or some online store to buy supplements when they could buy it from me, a professional that knows what they need, can recommend a good product that works for them? And so, yeah, I was just kind of looking for different things that my clients might need and then basically fill that need. Some clients come to the gym for a long time, they love it, and then they move away, or maybe they get divorced or something financial happens in their life where they can't afford the gym anymore. I didn't want to lose them as clients, so why not start an online training business, kettlebellsfromhome.com, or be able to sell them the equipment that they use. So set myself up as a wholesaler for the equipment that we have in our gym. And so then when I ran the gym, I could buy equipment at cost, which would made it a lot cheaper, more affordable for me. Then also I could turn around and sell that equipment to my members that were leaving the gym and then continue that relationship. So they're on kettlebellsfromhome.com, they bought kettlebells, they're buying supplements. This person that doesn't even come into my gym anymore, I still earn an income from.
That's awesome. Then it's funny, it made me think of this the other day. I was yesterday, I was getting some flowers for my wife for her birthday, and I'm by the flowers, and I'm like, I don't know if we have a vase at home. I couldn't find a vase. I'm like, if they just had the product here, I would buy it because it's convenient. So, I mean, I think you're doing that to a T. What else do they need? What complements what they need? So tell us the video side of things, because that's what most people are on this channel for. So tell us how you're using video in those businesses.
Absolutely. So I think, number one, using video as almost a commercial for the fitness businesses. In fact, Jesse helped me shoot and edit some of those videos. Back in the day, we shot a couple TNT promotional videos. I think you can still find a few of them online. One of them is like the TNT I am TNT video. So that was really cool. Jesse helped me make that. So kind of an online commercial, so to speak, right? And then a lot of my feats of strength, that has opened the doors for me to get into different venues in terms of speaking engagements or credibility when people are trying to, recommend me as a trainer or as a specialist. I think everybody has a gift, right? Jesse's really good at at basketball drills. I'm really good at strength. Maybe, you know, whoever's listening today, you have something that I'm sure you're very good at, right? And that you can master that skill and promote that skill. So to the point where people are like, wow, I've got to meet this person because they are really good at X, Y, and Z. Well, I put up a lot of videos of doing a 205-pound Turkish get-up, or like Jesse said, a human being Turkish get-up, or a 400-pound one-handed deadlift, right? There's a lot of, or a 10-minute snatch test with a 70-pound kettlebell, stuff like that, like a lot of crazy stuff I've put up on YouTube. And so when people are out in the field that know me and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to this gym and this is my trainer, you got to meet him, he's awesome, here, check this video out, right? And then they show, and it just adds credibility to word of mouth, which we know is, you know, a fantastic form of advertisement, right? And so that can spread. I also use video for my businesses to connect and get new customers, even in a personal relationship type of thing like this. So Zoom is a fantastic outlet to kind of like almost have a live meeting where people are at. You know, they can stay in the comfort of their homes or their offices, and I can jump on. There could be 100 people on a Zoom, and then I can talk about my products, my supplements with Advocare. I can say, hey, you know, here's this Rehydrate drink, or here's this Spark drink, and this is what it does for them. And I can educate people about nutrition and supplementation, how that plays into a factor with nutrition, good nutrition, and a good healthy lifestyle. And so I can talk to this whole room of people, and you know, that has gotten interest, and then out of that, see who's interested, see who becomes a customer. From there, I can follow up with them with videos. I can send them pre-recorded videos via YouTube, private links, things like that, or things that different videos that I've uploaded to the cloud here with Zoom. Maybe shoot a live video with a small group, upload it to the cloud, and then send that to people who weren't able to get in on the live video so that they can watch it at a later date. Or maybe they're too embarrassed or shy to get on a live video, but then they'll watch something recorded with some other people live. So it's been a great follow-up tool in regards to that. From a business side and direct sales, when I'm trying to sell products and then develop a sales team that gets products into the marketplace. So we're doing two things. I'm selling products myself, and then I'm trying to teach, train, and mentor other distributors how to sell products and get those into the marketplace as well. So I'll do live video trainings with my distributors, making sure that they understand the products well, making sure they understand the sales process really well. We'll do like weekly meetings. We call it a Grow to Go challenge that they get involved with, the 6-week training. We meet once a week. In fact, we got a meeting tonight. And so, yeah, then I'll re-record those. So if they're busy, hey, it's on the cloud. They got a week to go check it out, get their homework assignments, and then kind of finish with that. Let's see here. What else did we talk about, Jesse, prior to that? I was running through in my head trying to see if there was anything else. So you got the advertisements, the social proof, right? The collecting of customers and kind of doing a sales pitch. The follow-up for those customers, making sure that they're getting extra good information to help them stick with a good, healthy habits of nutrition and supplementation in their diet. And then educating my distributor base and just reaching into the living rooms across the country and across, well, for me, mostly North America, but I'm also with strength stuff. I'm big in South Korea and Europe as well. I mean, video knows no bounds, you know. So, you know, honestly, I've done even personal training sessions over video,
Okay.
live video. So, hey, there's somebody in, there's a guy in Ireland that I'm training for the Tactical Strength Challenge. And he's doing really, really well. Yeah, and so, hey, we wanted to get on. I wanted to clean up his technique a little bit. So offers me a chance to do a personal training session just via video, you know, and we can send money to each other easily, you know, with Apple Pay or PayPal, anything like that. I mean, it's so easy these days. Even through Facebook, you can send money. So really easy to do.
I'm going to try to remember all three of these questions. First question is, how much of what you, let me spit these all out before I forget them. How much of what you used to do in person has been replaced by video, or how much of it don't you do anymore? Number two, how much has it expanded your reach as far as being able to, because I know you said now you reach people in North America and everything else just for Advocare alone. And then number three, I'm just curious how that process goes for live training with, you know, with the guy in Ireland. Maybe that can give some people some ideas of how they could utilize video as a service. I'm sure that's something that I don't know, I guess if you want to say or not, if that's something you're getting paid for, but it's something people could easily do if you're not or if you are.
Oh yeah. Okay, so how much has it gone from live to video? A lot. This is the direction the future is headed. I really believe it. There's nothing beats in person, right? In person is great. You get that personal touch. It's just there's a different energy. When you're on camera, you have to bring, if your energy is here in person, you have to bring your energy up to here on video, just because you're not in that live setting, and it's just so different. You got to keep people's attention. And so oftentimes when they're on a video conference at home, they might be doing the dishes while you're doing your presentation. They're kind of distracted versus having your full attention. So you gotta crank up the energy a notch. That's a big factor. But this is the direction we're headed. And I'd say, it sounds terrible all to me, like in an in-person business, but I'd say about 80% of my business that used to be in person is now over video.
It's funny because I think I was at one of your very first Advocare mixers. I remember when, do you do mixers anymore?
They're rare. They're really rare. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of mixers on via Zoom. Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought you had moved to. Okay. That was I'm like, I don't think Derek even does mixers in person anymore. And it's just crazy how the world has changed.
Yeah. Well, just think of it right now. You're in Florida. I'm in Wisconsin. And here we are talking to each other like we're sitting in the room right next to each other, isn't it? Isn't that great? Yeah. It's amazing. Awesome. This used to only be on movies like Back to the Future when we were kids. Now it's a real thing.
Yes. And that's
so, yeah, no doubt. Who knows what's next? I mean, maybe it'll be a virtual reality, kind of like Star Wars or something like that. But expand the reach. I think as you build your reputation and your credibility, I'm from a small town. I'm from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Chances are you've never even heard of that before, right? And so, yeah, you kind of this sound. I hope it doesn't sound arrogant, but you kind of outgrow where you're at. Unless you're in a big metropolis with millions of people, you can outgrow your city, and the way to make more income is you got to affect more people. You got to positively make a difference in more people's lives. It's the only way to grow your level of income or grow your business. And so, yeah, my reach has expanded from what I would call very local to now, went out to the United States with Advocare United States, and we just opened up Canada. But with Strong First and kettlebells has, for me, expanded globally because I've won the Tactical Strength Challenge 14 times, international competition. I'm known in 19 different countries for being the champion of that. So, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, South Korea and a lot of Europe's and South America and Brazil, and also South Africa has been pretty popular. So, yeah, all over the world. So in terms of connecting and making business, obviously I have two facets. I have kettlebellsfromhome.com where I pre-shoot videos, right? Remember the days of exercise videos where, you get the DVD and you put the DVD in and you watch the same movie, the same DVD over and over and over again. And you start to know the personal trainer, like their jokes, when they're going to motivate you. And it's the same thing all the time. We decided to shoot videos and put them up live online. So we have over 300 videos. And we charge $7.99 a month, like Netflix, that people can log on and then they can look at all those videos and train and work out at home and mix it up all the time, right? And so obviously that's global, and that's static right there, right? We try to make it a little interactive where we could see people who are signing up online, and then we'd call them out. I'm working out, and I'd say, hey, Jesse from Florida, I saw you just signed up for kettlebellsfromhome.com. You can do it, push through this. And we've got them to respond on our Facebook page like, you freaked me out. I was watching this video, and I was pre-recorded, and then you called me out in my living room. I'm like, where's the camera in my house? This is insane, right?
That is cool.
So it's gone. Oh, yeah, definitely. We wouldn't call it their last name, obviously, because we wanted to keep privacy, but so that's been great. And then that's transferred over to live videos. We've even talked about doing like groups of 4, like kind of, okay, I got 4 clients. One is in Arizona, one's in Canada, one's in South Africa, and one's in South Korea. They're all training for the Tactical Strength Challenge. Can we get on a Monday at a certain time? Now the challenge becomes time zones, right? What works for everybody effectively.
Right.
So it's right now it's late evening in Europe and it's early morning in Asia. So typically midday for me here in Wisconsin works fairly well for that kind of thing.
So how does that, like, how do you go about the actual coaching process? Do they just set their phone up and you set yours up and you're all in a gym, or how do you go about that?
Yeah, if I have to like demonstrate, I'll go out to my gym. Otherwise, I'll just sit like this in my kitchen, and then they're in their gyms, and I can watch them. And I've even, from a live perspective, like if I'm coaching them for the tactical strength challenge, I say, hey, on the TSC, I want to watch you snatch, and I want to encourage you from the phone. So they'll hook up their phone and then like a little Bluetooth speaker so they can hear my voice from their phone, and they set the time, and then they're going on their snatch list. I'm like yelling at them like a coach is there, you know? And they're like, oh my gosh, this guy who's trained me that I've never met before other than on a video, I've never met him in real life, he's at my gym today on video encouraging me to like finish this competition. So that's been a really, really cool thing.
That's wild. That's very cool. That's something maybe I should consider with the basketball business, huh? What would you say is like the biggest thing that's, you know, allowed you to be successful with video? Like what's allowed you to make that transition? You know, I know you had mentioned like people kind of know you from your feats of strength. Do they search you and find you, or is like, you know, what's allowed you to make the biggest bang for your buck on that, I guess, on just using video in general?
Number one, thank God for the people that have invented stuff like Zoom. I don't understand technology at all. I know how to use it, but I have no idea how to create it, right? And so, you know, YouTube, Facebook live videos, Zoom, all of this stuff is just, it's amazing. Even what we didn't talk about is Messenger through Facebook. And if I have two people in a Messenger chat, we can click the video button and we can all three be in a video message together instantly. And so technology has been huge. In terms of becoming popular, it's all about networking. Networking, people bring you opportunities. So the more people you know, the more opportunities you get. And so it's almost like a good investment. And I'm not sure if everybody will track me on this, but you start putting into a 401k, you don't pull out it later. You're never going to retire, right? You put into your 401k, and you put in, and after like 5 years, you're looking at it like, it's only worth what I put into it. How am I ever going to retire, right? But you keep putting into that for 10, 15, 20 years, and all of a sudden it starts to develop compound interest. The compound interest in your business is people, right? Like in the beginning, if you know 5 people, that's not super helpful, but hey, service those 5 people, you know, make them great, loyal customers, and continue to like just get out there and meet people in person and network, keep putting good content out there, and then word of mouth. You know, once you get to the point where 500 people know who you are, guess what? If they all tell one person, now you're at 1,000. And if all 1,000 of those people tell one person, you're at 2,000. Maybe 1,500 of those 2,000 tell one person, now you're at 3,000. If 2,000 of those people tell one person, now you're at 4,000. And it just, your curve starts to, bam, go way up. So I've found that has plateaued, though. There's a plateau to that. You'll reach whatever tipping point it is in your business, and I'm sure it's going to be unique to your business, but you're going to reach that tipping point. It's going to skyrocket for a while, and then it'll level out. And then you got to turn up your game, find another level, and try to re-ramp that back up again.
Okay. So would you say like you kind of did that on the personal level, and then once you started using video, you plateaued, and then you started using video, and then the same thing happened?
Exactly.
Okay. On the more tactical side of things, like tips, tricks, strategies, what can you give anyone that's watching this as far as things to use video in their business? Especially since you're such a unique, you know, situation. Like most of what they're going to get from me on my channel, the people I talk to is like, you know, we do YouTube, we send people to this page, we sell a product, you know, whatever.
Yep.
You're very like live, it seems like, with Zoom and in person.
Yep. More of it is live for sure. Although the recorded stuff offers people who couldn't get on live, and then we'll often bring people to it. So it's a combination of both. But the biggest bang for your buck, I'll tell you this. I had a very unique client. I felt blessed to have gotten this guy as a client. He was a billionaire, right? There's not too many times you meet a billionaire. Like, it's kind of a big deal. He invented the packets that crystal light comes in, those little packets. And he sold that company for a $3.5 billion profit. He was 51%. So you can just do the math on that, right? And then he owns multiple other companies. You can walk in Walmart and find tons of stuff that this guy has invented. So anyway, got him as a client, and I was sending out this regular newsletter, and then I hadn't sent it out for a while, and then I sent it out again, and he yelled at me. When you go to personal train a billionaire and he like scolds you, Like you stand up and pay attention. Like, what am I getting yelled at for here? Like, what's going on? And he's like, you can never, once you start something, you have to finish. You have to be consistent. He says consistency wins. And so if there's a big bang for your buck thing, I can tell you with video, it is this. Do not shoot. I mean, if you shoot a bunch of videos all at once, that's fine, but then upload them little by little, one at a time. You need this constant flow. You can't just shoot some videos today and then not do it for like 6 weeks or a month and then come back and shoot videos. It's just, you're never going to gain the traction, whether, so whatever content you're putting out there, put it out consistently. Be routine so your customers know, hey, every Monday this guy puts out information. First and third Tuesday of the month, this guy puts out information, or whatever it is, or every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this guy puts out information. That's what you need. You need consistency and hold yourself to that.
It's interesting you say that, because that's a big thing, on YouTube is, having the consistent schedule, because people say, for the algorithm and this and that. But I think, it just shows you, like, you're not even talking YouTube. I think it's just that people know they can rely on you, that you show up. I think that's, a big thing to earn people's trust. And like you said, just to get the traction. Anything else? Any other tips or advice or things that you've noticed?
The only thing that's coming to my head is just, groups. Like if you jump on YouTube right now, and now that I talked about consistency, I have not been consistent with YouTube. But, I have online groups. So once you're in my group, you're going to get consistent information within that group. So so I have like customer groups, business groups, and then higher level groups. And so sometimes grouping people to make sure that they're getting relevant content, right? I don't want to send business tips to product customers. I don't want to send a ton of product information to distributors, that kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that'll actually, again, it's interesting because it ties in with what you should do with a YouTube channel. Like you don't want to have one YouTube channel and one day, I'm talking about business. Like if I start throwing basketball videos on this channel, like people are gonna be like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like you got to have that certain level of to the right person at the right time, all that. So
exactly.
I think, and really YouTube is, I think, just like an amplification of what happens in person to person. There's got to be that connection. There's got to be consistency, trust, all that. Give value and give them what they want. Don't give them some random stuff. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, for sure. Pretty much if you search TNT anything, you're going to find me. So my Advocare website is a redirect, tntnutrition.us. If you want to learn more about that, there's kettlebellsfromhome.com. That's the odd one, but we have TNTadventure.com, TNTFitnessResults.com, and TNTBiometrics.com.
I will link all that down below. Also link your YouTube channel so they can see you lifting up a person latched onto your wrist. You know what, though? I just was thinking about this. It might be just as hard for the person to hold on to you as it is for you to them, huh?
Yeah, they definitely have to hold still. I've had people wiggle a little bit. I'm like, no, you can't wiggle. You're up. I got you 8 feet in the air. Stop wiggling.
Awesome. Well, yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on, you guys. I appreciate the time. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you found value in something that I can provide today.
I appreciate you coming on, man. And I'll link all that down below and anything else maybe that we think of after we hop off live here.